Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight. I hope you are all doing well. Um, the energy today was really slow and heavy, and I know that we've just moved out of a real fire energy into more of a easier, calmer Taurus energy, more grounding, getting us to reflect on bringing back the important things in our lives. And so, what better way or better topic to talk about tonight is what lights you up? Because it's all about talking about those little things that we need to be doing right now to bring that joy into our lives, whether that be gardening or whether that be being outside, reading a good book, whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be anything big that lights you up, that lights your soul. It could be really little, or it could be maybe it is what you do in your job. Maybe it's what you do outside of your job. I know for me, excuse me, for me, doing this work, and sometimes we get so wrapped up in our everyday lives that we kind of forget. We kind of forget what we're doing and, taking that time to find those things that light us up. And it's so important, right now in the time we are, and the world needs so much light. And so when we do the things that we love to do, it lights up our soul, which in turn lights up other people's souls. So we're lighting the world with all the wonderful things that we love to do, that we need to do in our day-to-day lives to keep us grounded and give us a sanity check, really. I've just been going during the day, and it feels like I've been more in my human world than in my spiritual world. And today I actually got a chance to mentor a student. I mentor 3 students a month, and right now I have one today, tomorrow, and Saturday that I'm mentoring. And I get off of those calls, and not only do I teach them something, but they teach me something. And it really lights up my soul. And, it's that reminds me, oh, this is what I love to do, right? This is what does it for me. Doing the show each Thursday is really something that lights me up, and being out there to be able to help people and to bring guidance and loved ones into their life. So take a look at what it is that lights you up. You feel it in your body. Your body vibrates. You feel light, like you can walk on clouds. You feel lifted. You're happy. You're smiling, and it doesn't take a whole lot. So take a look at what it is that lights you up and make sure you do it. My sister-in-law one time gave me a photo frame, and on it, it had my dragon boat team. And before COVID, I was into dragon boating in the community. And on there, she put, do one thing every day that makes you happy. And that's the real key, is just finding one thing every day to light you up, to make you happy, and in turn, light somebody else up and enlighten their world and give them a reason to find their joy, their happiness, because that light that is within us is contagious. And the more that we can spread that light, the more love, the more ease and joy we can bring to the world. And that's what we need right now, is a lot more of that. So I challenge you to find your one thing that lights you up and reach out to me on my Facebook page. Tell me what that is. What is that one thing that lights you up? You can find me at Julie Yeager Walker Medium or Your Time to Shine. Just give me a shout. Let me know what it is, what that one thing is that lights you up that you try to do at least every day. If not every day, maybe it's once a week. But whatever that is, let me know what that is. All right. Perfect. We have callers on the line right now. We have Michelle in Rochester, New York. Good evening, Michelle, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. What can we do for you this evening?
That's a great question.
The million-dollar question?
It definitely is a $1 million question. I guess I would just like to kind of see what you tap into.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Um, Give me just a minute here to tap into your loved ones and see what they have to say. There'll be just a little bit of silence here, but I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, Michelle. Um, it's always interesting. I find it really interesting that Spirit kind of brings to me um, some of the topics that I talk about just prior to the show. And one of them was talking about what lights you up, um, the things that you do to bring the joy and that life back into your life, essentially. Um, they're showing me that you're very much a nature person, um, and being out in that nature. They're showing me huge groves of trees. That trees really kind of sing to your soul, and so they're reminding you to kind of get out and be within that nature, within that peace, and because that's where
Okay.
you really find your that's kind of where you find your inspiration, really, and your
That's very true.
creativity. Yeah. um, and of course, I'm sure being in New York, I don't know, are you guys still having snow back there? You may not be able to get out that much right now.
Oh my gosh, we just had like a snowstorm yesterday and it snowed today.
Yeah, okay, so it's a little bit
So
hard
yeah,
to
it's
get
been a
out
little bit
into
hard.
nature right now. um, but that is something that feeds your soul. So in order to be able to to do something differently, in you know you have to find something that maybe will feed your soul in a little bit different way, because you can't be outside, because you can't do those things and get into nature, right? But they're
Yeah.
showing me that you need to find that creativity again within you. You're really craving that. You're really missing that piece of it.
Yeah, I don't like monotony. And I definitely
Yes,
I feel like being out in the sun or just feeling a cool breeze or outside definitely does like feed my soul.
right, right. Do you do a lot of drawing or painting or anything like that?
Um, I'm actually doing crafts right now
Okay, okay,
as we're talking.
okay, okay. Well, there you
Oh yeah,
go.
no,
So
I'm
it's
a hairstylist, so I guess you can count that as painting, drawing. Um, I I like that kind of is actually something that I enjoy doing in my downtime.
Right, absolutely. It's very creative, right? It's just
Yeah.
you're using different types of tools. So being, trying to get into that space again of being creative, because right now that's really what you're craving. And when you open up that door to creativity, then there's so much more that opens up in opportunities for you as well.
Right.
um, I feel a very strong presence of a mother figure. Have you lost your mom recently or a mother
No.
figure?
No.
Interesting. What she's pointing out to me is this motherly presence of her, but what it is it's kind of a reflection of you, of this motherly um, stature, uh, this again, it's about this femininity, about this creativity, about this motherly feeling that is starting to come out. You might be feeling it even a little bit stronger than you have in the past. And most likely, it's probably because you've been cooped up, right? Either due to the COVID or to the weather. Um, but that seems to be taking on a really strong presence for you right now.
Okay. I mean, I have lost someone that I certainly looked up to, but it was a couple of years ago. I prayed to her, and I always hope she's watching over me. It was
Okay,
my great
okay,
aunt, though,
okay.
and she
Well,
actually
kind
never
of that,
had kids.
yeah, kind of that motherly figure, right? She came in very strongly, um,
That's so cool.
and yeah, um, hang on just a moment. Huh. She's saying there's more for you to do. Are you trying to make a decision about something like a large decision in your life right now?
Um, Not really. I guess what you kind of touched on before is I feel like I'm getting bored with my life, which is, granted, COVID's going on. I
Mhm.
trying to find new activities to do. I can't really go out and be social like I used to. So
Right.
I like to kind of dip my toes into different things, but nothing like serious career wise.
Right. Okay. She's just telling you to kind of just to take a step back a little bit. That things aren't done, things aren't finalized. She recognizes that piece of you that's longing you know, um, for change, for
Yeah.
something a little bit different. But she's saying that's not really, it's not the time right now. Um, that you just need to focus on things at hand.
Okay. That makes sense. I get sidetracked easily.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, and she's saying, just take a breath, slow it down.
Okay.
Um, she's telling me that you go 90 miles an hour all the time. And
Yes.
yeah, and she's saying that that old saying, you meet yourself coming and going kind of thing. And that's what she's kind of showing me. And so she's saying, now is the time really to just kind of take a step back and slow down and really take stock in some of the stuff that you've done. Even the energy we've shifted from a very high fire energy um, in the stars and in the heavens, and it's kind of slowing down. It's that Taurus energy that's grounding us, that's bringing us more towards center, and that's kind of what she's that she's just reiterating this for you. You know, keep yourself busy with your crafts, with some of those things that will help you um, work through that fieriness that you're feeling, right? Um,
That's so unbelievably true.
yeah, yeah. And do some things that might help ground you a little bit. It feels like you're a little flighty. And so just taking that time to ground, doing simple things like laundry or washing the dishes. Believe it or not, coffee can be really grounding, um, just because of the nature of what it is, right? Coffee grounds. And so doing
Hmm.
some of those types of things that help kind of pull you back to the earth, and keep you kind of, she's showing me like you're floating, like it's your feet are floating, like 6 to 10 inches above the earth, right? So bringing you back down, to center again. Um, I would tell you to go outside and walk barefoot, but that's probably not a really good idea. But those are some of the things that you can do to kind of ground yourself and kind of bring back to center. Doing the crafts, she's showing me doing your crafts alone is going to help you too.
Yeah, kind of why I'm like divulging into doing this because I know it helps me relax
Yeah,
and does ground me, and I can focus, and I'm not, my brain's not going 90 miles an hour.
right. So when you're sitting there and you're doing your crafts and you're just letting your mind at ease, see if you can feel your grandmother around you. Okay, because her presence is
Okay.
very known, is very strong, and when our minds are way too busy, we can't get into that space of being able to feel and sense our loved ones. um, but she says that's going to be the time that she's going to be able to get to you a little easier.
Okay.
Okay,
Definitely will do that. Yeah.
awesome. She's kind of stepping back, so I think she has said what she's needed to say. Yeah.
I actually feel like a lot more relaxed right now.
Good, good, good. She's showing me like she's laying her hands on you, right? Like putting her hands on your shoulders to kind of push you down, to ground you, and to keep you there. So just know that she's there helping you.
That is so awesome.
Perfect. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. If there's anything else I can do.
No, I appreciate this very much. That was awesome. And
Perfect.
some good advice that I just needed to hear. Some reassurance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. Stay warm.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too. All right. Next, we have Leah in Victoria, Australia. Good evening, Leah, and welcome to
Yes.
Yours Time to Shine.
Hi.
Hi. Did I say Leah
Thank
or is it
you.
Lee? Is it Lee?
Leah.
Leah. Okay. Leah. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
What
Yes.
can we do for
Thank
you
you.
this evening?
I just want to get somewhere in life. Like I feel stuck at the moment. I'm homeless, and over 12 months we've been waiting, looking for a house, and it's just no breakthrough with anything.
Okay.
I've got heart conditions now through it all.
Okay. All right. Let me tune into your loved ones here and see what they have to bring to you. So there's going to just be just a little minute of silence here while I tune in, and then I'll be right back,
Yep.
okay?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Leah, Leah, sorry. Um,
Yep.
what they're showing me is it's kind of like a twofold kind of thing. The heart conditions that you're feeling, that you're experiencing, um, they're very real, but a lot of it is like energetically, they're showing me that it's
Yes.
basically like heartbreak, and the stress, right? That everything that you've been going through, that has been put
Yes.
on you, is causing now physical issues with this.
Yes.
Um, and they're showing me that, you know, they're validating, um, the fact that you have been looking and you have been, trying to find a place to live. And
Yes.
they're showing me, um, that something is coming soon, that something is coming up. Um,
Uh-huh.
that there have been things that they've been trying to work on the other side. There's alignments, right? Um,
Yes.
that needed to happen in order for a place for you to live to show up.
Okay.
Um, they're showing me like a different part of town. Have you looked in a different part of town, or maybe a different town? Because they're pointing me kind of away from where you're at now.
Yeah, I have looked at a couple of, like, there's smaller towns around Geelong that I've looked at.
Mhm. They're showing me that something may come up in one of these, like, these surrounding towns or provinces around you. Um, it may not be
Yes.
exactly where you want to be, but they're wanting you to know that it's really more of a stepping stone. Okay, so
Okay.
it, just kind to they're showing me that you're looking at this from a perspective of, you know you're going to land somewhere and that's where you're going to be for a while. And they're saying that's
Good.
not necessarily the case. Okay, that this place that you're going to
Okay.
be getting into is going to be really a temporary situation, and you really need to be able to wrap your head around that piece of it and be okay with that. Okay, um,
Yep.
because
Hmm.
things still need to align a little bit in order for that other place that you really want to come into your life. Okay,
Yep.
so they're
Yep.
saying be open. um,
Okay.
right now is not the time to really to be choosy, to be picky about it. Get in,
Yep.
get established, and then continue your search and looking. So just because you get
Okay.
into a place doesn't mean you quit looking. Okay.
No.
um,
Yep.
yeah, once you do that, they're showing me that your symptoms, that what you're feeling with your heart, is going to start to diminish. It's going to start to loosen up.
Okay.
Now, by
Yep.
no means am I a doctor. I'm not telling you not to go
No.
see a doctor, you know, but what I'm just saying is, in your awareness, once you get settled into a place, that you're going to
Yep.
start feeling, wow, I'm feeling better. My heart doesn't feel like it did before, right? So it's going to start
Yep.
that healing process for you. Okay. I don't I don't
Yep.
see these heart problems being a long-term thing for you.
No. Good.
Um, it's more about bringing you into awareness of you and your body, and making sure
Yep.
that you're doing what you need to do to take care of you. Okay.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, yeah, because they're showing me that really stressed about, living conditions, which I completely get, very much
Yep.
so. But in that instance, you haven't been taking care of you, and that's really what you need to start focusing on, right?
Yeah.
Um,
True.
really focus, take some time every single day to focus on you. And I know that for some people that sounds selfish, but it's not. You can't take care
Yeah.
of anybody else if you can't take care of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, you're almost through this rough road. So just hang on just a
Thank
little
God.
bit longer. It's gonna come up. Okay.
Yep.
I know it's been a really a long road for you. They're showing me, and you've persevered
Yeah.
through it. You've persevered. May not
I
feel
have.
like it, but you have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Leah, we are coming down to the last few minutes of our show, so I'm going to have to say goodnight. But I hope that this
Yep.
has helped you a little bit.
It has a lot. Thank you so much.
Good. I'm so glad. Best of luck to you on your quest and on your search, and take care of you, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Have a great night.
You. Bye.
Okay. Bye. That does it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me this evening. You can always reach me on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium and Your Time to Shine, or check me out on my on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next week.